Hey guys, this is a pop up word. I normally don't do this. It's late. That's why I'm not on camera. But God just stopped me and told me to post this word tonight um, for someone who's going to, just so happen to be scrolling along and you're going to see it and you're going to need it. You're going to have to draw the line. It's time out for letting certain people, desires, certain situations to come in and they pretty much know that you're so desperate for it that you will put God behind it and put it before God. Somebody listening, you've been contemplating doing something and you literally know it would literally land you in a place of misery because of how you're approaching how to get it and how to retrieve it. Somewhere along the line, you started out with God, but then you just got really weird and you started feeling desperation and you started comparing yourself and you just started feeling, all of these odd things. And let me tell you something. The enemy, his only job is to kill, steal, and destroy. Okay? So if he can try to apply any one of those to anything that you're focused on, that's what he's going to do. It is so important for you to understand now there needs to be a line in the sand. There needs to be a clear divide. You do not put anyone, anything, or any desire before God. If you are worried about what they're going to say, what they're going to do, and blah, 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 and all of that, hey, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. They can't do you nothing. I don't care what it looks like. They cannot do you a thing. But until people know that you don't put nothing and nobody, absolutely nothing before God, people going to take you to play with. They will play with you. And people will give you opportunities. They will put lipstick on a pig. They will show you opportunities to make it seem like they the plug or they know the plug and it's trash. They will give you stuff based on your desperation. If they see you out here mimicking what everybody else doing, clowning, cutting up because you're so desperate to get whatever it is that you think you want, if it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's an opportunity, a job, a contact, a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is, the enemy is going to play on that. So this is a word for sure, that I need to let you know, hey, listen, you got to stop and you have to reevaluate. Who am I talking to who just sat on the phone and talked about somebody all day? You talk to 20 different people all day because you're trying to find somebody to give you some words about the situation so you could have peace. Let me tell you something. You ain't going to never have no peace. And half the people you were talking about was mute and dragging you for filth because they didn't even want to hear it. They're so sick of you talking about it. And I know that's a hurtful thing to say, and I'm so sorry to say that, but I got to. You don't know me. Or I'm going to just say, I don't know you because I don't know who's listening. You know you're listening to me. I don't know who's listening to me. But I have to tell you that because we got to break you out of that. We got to break you out of that. You got to get out of that. The devil is a liar. If you look at any of my videos, you see that I don't post nothing like this. This is the first time I posted a video like this in this form. Because God does not want you to go to bed tonight with this same junk on your mind, running behind something that God don't want you to be bothered with. Okay? Time out for that. You got to cut all that out. Because what God has for you is upper echelon. It's high class. It's top tier. It's elite. You don't need to be begging behind and running behind nobody who don't even see your value. You don't even need to be considering them. You need to be considering God. And you need to say, you know what? God got me here. He created me. He set me up to win. So why am I worrying about somebody or something that's making me feel less than? That's literally making me contemplate things, waste conversation, waste time. Why am I doing that? When I know when God gives me things, it flows. When God gives me things, it's loving kindness. When God gives me things, I am honored and respected. When God gives me things, it is set up a particular way. This, what you are dealing with, it is not God. And you're going to have to let it go. And To be honest with you, it's not even so much about them being bad, but it's about you being out of order. It's about you putting them before God. Because I'm going to tell you, the more you put them in front of God, the more God is going to have to deal with you later about it. So I don't know who this is, but cut out all them phone calls to all those people. Shut it down. Have a heart to heart with the Lord and say, hey, listen, this may have gotten out of hand. And I feel led to say this too. They got somebody, every time somebody tell you, say, I know, I know, I know. No, you don't. See, God is using me. And in some instances, it has to be like this for all of us, because he does this to me too. Sometimes you're not going to humble yourself until you get it from somebody else. Some of you are hearing this. Some of y'all mad with people right now that really love you because they've been trying to tell you about this person. They've been trying to get you together. But it's clicking tonight. You need to go and apologize to those people, because all of those people saw that you were swapping places. You was putting them in position of God. You was becoming obsessed. You're constantly talking about it. Man, why she took this position at work? Why did that should have been me? Listen, if you don't have time to sit and talk about that stuff all day. I'm not saying if something crossed your mind, you don't have a close friend you can talk to that you can trust and literally confess and let your things out. I think that's a beautiful thing to have. The Bible talks about how a friend sticks closer than a brother. So the Lord is okay with that. But at the same time, the Lord is not okay with us doing things that's going to put us in a position where we constantly looking and we put that person in that situation before God. That's not what he wants us to do. So yeah, I don't know who needs this, but I'm very sure that God makes no mistakes and that he wanted this to come out tonight on purpose. And y'all know I do 1-minute videos. I'm already at 7 minutes. He does not want you to continue in this way. This is not what he wants of you or from you. God wants first place, period. He does not want to be in the back. He does not deserve to be in the back. The Bible talks about him multiple times how he is a jealous God and he is not with the foolishness. I know this is not fun. Everybody don't want to hear this, but I will say this to you. Once you turn it around, you're going to see things start popping for you. And it's so much different when you know you've done everything God has told you to do and you're not concerned about what they do. Because I'm going to tell you something. Most times when God tells us to do stuff, it's not fun. Go back and look at my other videos. I talk about one about obedience. And I talk about how it's not fun and how nobody talks about how it feels, when it happens. And, you're like, man, I feel played. Like I had to go do this for this person and this person don't even treat me right. They ignore me. They play me. They mess over me. And we feel all these things. But guess what? It doesn't matter because God is in control of all of it. And I would rather do those things that make me uncomfortable, that I really don't want to be bothered with. I'd rather do those things. Okay? I'd rather do those things than to go do the things that I want to do and I am destroyed. I am embarrassed. I have settled. I have played myself chasing behind people, situations, and opportunities that are not of God. And no, you may not like it. But listen, forget about yesteryear. Forget about what it used to be with y'all. Forget about how the last manager promised you it was going to be this and that. Forget all of that. Ask God what's the fresh word for you tonight so that you can let go. So that you can let go. You got to break that thing off of you. Somebody, you just got into it with somebody tonight behind this. And then it's like you're just constantly looking for somebody to talk to about it. But listen, God loves you so much, whoever this is I'm speaking to right now. He keeps putting people around you that's just not in agreement with you because it's not him. Now, I'm not saying that sometimes God is not going to give us something and we got to go it alone because it's just something he tells us. But these people are telling you this because they love you and they know you're going to make a fool out of yourself if you keep going. Okay? He does not want you to continue to do that. He doesn't. But here's the blessing to all this. Once you get on board and you do what God tells you to do, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? It's going to be so dope. It's going to be so awesome. You're going to see God move in a way you never thought. But you can't see it now because you're blinded by what you think it should be, not by what it is. So I hope whoever needed this, I hope whoever heard this, you have a better understanding of how God is trying to move in your life right now. Because he just wants you to understand that it is okay. It is genuinely okay for you to let it go and walk away, whatever it is, because you are in danger of putting that thing before God. And he just has me sending you this quick warning so that you can still get what you're on course and on par to get. He does not want it to be interrupted because you are allowing your flesh to put things before God that do not belong there. Okay? Totally appreciate you guys. I have a new book out called Pep Talk Prayers. You can go to peptalkprayers.com and get a copy. It is a prayer book. It is a quick read, but it is an awesome book, y'all. I know it'll bless you. And also I have a podcast. If you like my videos, please go to my podcast. Go to imwiredtoinspire.com and you will find my podcast. Okay? So guys, if you all want more videos like this, make sure you hit my comments and let me know. Say, hey, Robin, do more 10-minute videos because I do 1 minute now. So if you want me to do more like this, I will surely do more prophetic videos like this because God gives me a lot. And I think he might be pulling me to this, but I definitely want to do it, if you guys think it'll help you even more so. Okay? Thank you for liking and subscribing. God bless y'all. Have a good one.